Manga-Waido.
My name is Rika Adaichi. I go to a decent high school. I'm back.
Where have you been?
An unpleasant voice follows behind me and my heart sinks. It's my father. It's only 8.
You're in your 2nd year of high school. What's happening with your studies?
I'm doing it!
And why are you home so late? Wasting your time, no doubt.
Just shut up! Leave me alone! I forcibly shrugged off my father's hand he placed on my shoulder. What's your problem? All you talk about recently is studying. It's really getting on my nerves. We stared at each other in fierce silence, but deep down, I also felt a little sad. My father's a construction site supervisor. He was hardworking, strict, and didn't say much, but he was also kind and cared deeply about his family. I used to be very close to him as a child. Up until about primary school, we went to a lot of places together, and on my birthday, he would take the day off and cook me something. You were working last night, right? Maybe you should just relax.
What are you talking about? It's your birthday. I can't just relax on your birthday.
Even though he must have been exhausted, this is what he said to me. You're going to burn it, sweetie. You need to flip it.
You're right, like this.
It's not like he was good at cooking, but he asked my mother and do his best to prepare me something. I can't believe you made a hamburger, Dad.
I think I burned it a little. Don't force yourself to eat it.
It's delicious. It didn't look great, but my dad's cooking was full of love and care and tasted great. I haven't eaten my father's cooking for the past few years. I wonder why he's changed so much. To be honest, we no longer had a good relationship. It wasn't all his fault. I knew I was also being a pubescent teenager. For the past 2 years, my father has kept nagging me about studying. I'm guessing the reason must have been because of my high school entrance exams. At junior high, I used to be a fairly good student, but I failed to get into my first choice high school. Having only gotten to my second choice, I lost all motivation to continue studying, and my grades suffered as a result. In response to my poor grades, my father would say,
Are you studying? What grade did you get?
Just shut up! Leave me alone! I started to push away my father, who'd only ever talk about my grades and studying. And here we go again today.
Do you seriously think you're gonna get into university at this rate? You wouldn't want to repeat what happened with your high school entrance exams now, would you? And university exams are even harder.
I know! Stop telling me what to do!
If you were preparing properly, I'd have nothing to say to you.
So that's the only thing you care about? Me studying?
That's not what I said.
It's true, though. When was the last time we talked about something other than my studies? Never!
That's…
Ever since I failed my high school entrance exams, it's the only thing you talk about! My father froze for a second and ran into my room.
Rika, your father just wants what's best for you. I know you find it annoying, but try to see where he's coming from, you know?
I'm going to sleep. I don't want to see his face for another second. The following morning.
Morning.
Mom, next week's parents' meeting. We need to sort out a time.
Yes, about that.
But I will be attending it.
But we agreed Mom would do it.
I want to talk to your teachers about your study plans going forward.
Why are you getting involved?
I want to talk to your teachers about how best to prepare for university.
Okay, whatever. As I said, the only thing you care about is my grades.
Rika, that's not it. Listen to me.
I have nothing to discuss with you. I thought I told him how I felt last night, but clearly it meant nothing to him. Too appalled to even care, I grabbed my bag and headed to the door.
Rika, that's not it.
Don't worry, I'll study. Just don't talk to me anymore.
Bye-bye.
I ignored him and slammed the door on my way out. Your mom is coming to the parents' meeting, right? Nope, my dad's coming. Apparently he wants to go over my university preparations with my teachers in great detail. That's nice of him. How? Because he cares. My dad doesn't, and he's always arguing with my mom. But that's literally all he ever wants to talk about. That means he loves you. I'm so envious. Loves me? It's not that I didn't get what she was saying. Maybe I do need to mellow down a bit and comprise more. Just then, my phone went off. It was from Mom. What's wrong, Mom?
Rika, you must come to the hospital now. It's your father.
I felt the blood rush away from my entire body. That day, my father was overseeing a construction site as usual when a pile of metal pipes came crashing down onto him. I don't remember how I got to the hospital. Before I knew it, I was walking towards his room with my legs trembling. I'm sure he's okay. I'm sure he's okay. I kept telling myself that my father was strong and there was no way he could die. But what I saw in the hospital room was my mother crying beside the motionless body of my father and a white cloth over his face. Father! No, it can't be! I touched my father and was shocked by how cold he was. My father's died. I can't believe it. I can't believe my last words to him had been so mean. Don't talk to me anymore. No, Father, no! No matter how much I cried for him, he didn't open his eyes. This regret has stayed with me for 10 years. After my father's death, I studied hard and somehow got into a good university. I graduated and joined the sales department of an insurance company. When I stepped into my apartment, I caught a whiff of something delicious cooking.
Welcome back. Dinner's ready.
The person who greeted me with a kind and loving smile was my boyfriend, Hayato. Hayato joined my company a year before me and asked me to be his girlfriend in my second year, but he was looking after me from long before that. Every year in January, there would be times when I would become a little mentally unstable and my work would suffer as a result.
Rika-san, there seems to be a lot of mistakes in this document you made.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not like you to make these types of mistakes. You're also looking a bit pale. Is everything okay? You don't have to tell me if you don't wanna. But if you ever do need someone to talk to, I'm here for you.
Thanks.
Do you think we can have a chat after work?
Hayato, who was my supervisor at the time, listened to me carefully.
I see. Thank you so much for telling me this. Don't worry, I'm sure your father forgave you a long time ago.
I wasn't sure I believed him, but somehow his words put me a little at ease. Ever since, he supported me whenever I needed him, and eventually we started dating. And just last month, he proposed and we're now getting married. We began talking about our wedding plans over dinner.
How about you write a letter to your father and read it out?
Huh?
How about you take this opportunity to tell your father all the things you never got around to telling him? I'm sure he'll be watching over you as you get married. So, why don't we write him a letter?
My last conversation with my father had been pretty much an argument. He would want to attend my wedding, right? Okay, let's do it. Thanks. Hayato convinced me to write a letter of appreciation to my father. The day of the wedding, around 80 of our friends and family attended. The reception began with Hayato's nervously delivered speech and proceeded smoothly as guests laughed at the congratulatory speeches and entertainment from close friends. Eventually, it came time to read our letters to our parents. Thank you so much for everything, Mom, and somehow, I managed to get through the section to my mother, but when it came to read the section prepared for my father, I couldn't say the words, just at that moment.
It's time for a surprise. May I kindly request your attention directed towards the screen?
The venue went dark, and on the screen, I was watching something I couldn't believe. Father? My father looked a little embarrassed and spoke to my mother on the other side of the camera.
Are you recording?
Yes, I am. You're looking great.
I'm a little shy.
My father cleared his throat and began talking slowly.
Rika, how's it going? It's been a while, hasn't it? If you're watching this, you must have gotten married. Congratulations! I'm so happy you found your happiness.
No, this can't be!
There's something I would like to tell you at this important milestone. About a year ago, I was diagnosed with pulmonary hypertension. This condition occurs when the pressure in the blood vessels within the lung rises, placing an added strain on the heart, and my doctor has given me 2 years to live.
My mind went blank hearing my father say this. At the same time, an intense feeling of guilt surfaced and I looked away from the screen. Hayato came by my side.
Listen to what he has to say.
Hayato.
The reason why I didn't tell you about this is because I didn't want you to worry about me. I'm very sorry. Currently, you're in your second year of high school. My goal is to help you as much as I can, at least while I'm still alive. But I can tell that my dwindling health condition and my anxious state of mind might be manifesting itself in unhealthy ways. Every time I talk to you, I regret the way I say things. All I want is to guide you towards a better future. But maybe my pride is getting in my way too. I'm sorry for all the distress I've caused you. What I want you to know is that I couldn't have asked for a better daughter. Of course, I want you to do well in your exams, but there's so much more to life than simply getting good grades. So long as you marry someone who truly makes you happy, that's all I want. Today is the day you've achieved this. Congratulations on getting married. And to my son-in-law, please look after Rika for me. And finally, I would like to apologize to you for not being able to be there as you become an adult, but I will always be watching over you from heaven. So, make sure you lead a happy life. Rika, thank you for coming into our lives. I love you. Was that okay? Did you get it? Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
My father smiled and the video message ended. This isn't fair. How could this not make me cry? I was both smiling and crying at the same time. But I can't keep crying like this. I pulled myself together, held back my tears, got in front of the mic, and managed to say some words. Father, thank you so much. I was so surprised and my mind went blank, but I'm in a very happy place right now. I said some horrible things to you on the day you passed away. I'm sorry for pushing you away like that, unable to think about anyone but myself. I promise to live a happy life with Hayato. Please watch over us with peace of mind from heaven. Father, Mother, thank you for looking after me. I might not have said it very eloquently, but I finally feel like I got the things that I had to off my chest. A few years later, are you chilly? Have you had enough to eat?
Mama.
She's so cute.
Our daughter Yuka was born this autumn. Her name was made from the Yu of my father Yusuke and the Ka from my mother Yumika.
Rika, shall we take her to your father?
Good idea. And today's the first time we're taking her to my father's grave and introducing her to him. I hope he's happy to see her. Shall we go see your grandfather?
Ah.
Yuka wriggled around looking happy. Father, I'm happy right now.